U.S. Customs and Border Protection estimates that since October 2013, over 68,000 teenagers and children have crossed the U.S. border without their parents, most of them coming from El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. Most of these women and children are fleeing violence, extortion, murder, and rape associated with the drug cartels in some of the world's most violent countries. They are seeking asylum and safety in the United States. To put this in perspective, Honduras's murder rate is close to 1,900% higher than that of the United States. How we respond to this humanitarian crisis will have an effect on the future landscape of America. How will we choose to define, lead, and help?
It has brought us together, in a very extraordinary way. We're becoming one community, in many ways. Everybody from the church, not just the Catholics, but every single denomination has come forth and joined forces and be one with us as one church. It's an extraordinary phenomenon just in that in itself. And not just this community local here in the valley, in South Texas, but also throughout the United States. We have people, groups, families come for a day or a week, however long they want. And they drive or fly from Boston, New York, from Ohio, Chicago, Los Angeles, Florida, New Orleans. Every single town that I can imagine has one way or another has called or stepped up, and not just hearing about it in the news, but saying, I'm part of it, I am want to help. And it's beautiful to see the mom, the father, the children, helping as a little group, another family from Central America, and just helping whatever we need, whether it's folding clothes, feeding them, helping the family select the clothing that they need to shower, and giving them something so they can feel better. And it's beautiful. I think the response is phenomenal.
We started as a food pantry in '83 and became a food bank in '86, serving the food pantries. Our priority is always emergency assistance to the local people that live here. So that operation goes on all the time. We have 230 food pantries and feeding programs that we serve, and that's our top priority. But at the same time, we'll continue assisting Catholic Charities with this refugee relief efforts. And it's a smaller operation. We run a 100,000 square foot building here, so we're a fairly large organization. Without the help of volunteers, a lot of things wouldn't get done. So we're always reaching out to our community for volunteers to make sure that we're able to cover all the bases. But emergency needs to our food pantries is our top priority.
Since day one, when we first opened the doors here at Sacred Heart, we helped 200 people that night from 6 p.m. when we just opened them to probably midnight. And from then on, the numbers continue just the same, 200, 300 people a day. So a total of about 6,000 people we have helped in the course of a little over 2 months. They're here just for a couple of hours, one at the most. What we do is bring them here so they can get help to refresh themselves, and then we put them back in the bus. So their time here with us is very, very short, and they're following. They're going somewhere in the United States where they will join with a family member or somebody they know, where immigration allowed them to go. Their future, well, it's unknown as far as what's going to happen to them, but they're very hopeful. They're hopeful that their child will have a chance, an opportunity to go to school, be a child, and live in this country safe. That's what they want, and I hope that they can find that. There's great hope that they will help these families be part of the community and help them through their legal process to legalize their status as far as they having an asylum case and a reason to be in this country because they fear for their lives of their children. So my hope is that we will continue to welcome them and to make them feel safer in this country, and that the children can be children again. I think that immigration into our country and any country in the world is something that is occurring a lot, and folks are having to leave their country for the situation they're having to live in that is not safe, and they need to find a safe haven, a safe place. The United States is one of those countries, and we're seeing this with so many people coming to our borderland and asking for help. And I don't think this is going to go away. I think this is just escalated to and has started since long ago, and gradually has increased to a point where we're seeing these great numbers of people coming to our country. It's changing us because it's defining us as far as what is our response, what needs to be our response as a nation.
They are here a short time. You know, they're here for less than 24 hours. So they're passing through. And certainly they're going to someplace else in the United States. And although the numbers seem large, they're dispersed all across the United States. And so I don't think it's going to have the impact that I have seen the media portray it to be. Our position here with the food bank and with Catholic Charities, I feel like, is that we're just trying to take care of the human needs of these folks that are coming in. And it's somebody else's decision as to whether they stay or they go back, whether they qualify, either way.
A mother has to be desperate to leave their country and go through what they do. You know, any mother would do that. The parents of Jesus did that. You know, they left and went to, because the life of Jesus was in danger. Any animal will do that, and they migrate to another country, to another place, because their life, it's not safe to be where they are. You know, these moms are coming and fleeing a situation to save their children. The life of their children is so important. It's not even their life, it's the life of their children that they are so fearful that will lose. They're willing to risk everything and go through anything to save their child. Any mom would do that.
I've done medical work on 5 continents, and so it just gets in your bones, and you just know the need. And I know I've come home sometime and say, well, people need help here, but they just don't understand that, you know, there are no roads, there's no medicine, there's no infrastructure, there's nothing. You know, people actually cry when they see them come through the door. It's and when they leave and they have all their brand new clothes on. And so that's really why we're all here, to just really be helpful to all these folks that have already endured so much. You know, traveling a month, you know, having their babies on the way, you know, having all kinds of bumps and bruises, and nothing seems to make a difference. They want to come, so, and they greet them at the bus and offer them the service if they want to take it, and I think invariably everybody does, and so I think they're very grateful when they realize that this is a good place. So
I guess it's just respect. I think what you're supposed to do is you create this atmosphere and this environment of respect by just respecting everyone around you, and it kind of just comes into play.
The benefits, of course, are seeing all the kids that, you know, that come through here, and the families that leave happy. You know, they come here dirty, tired, you know, haven't bathed for a few days and things like that, and you see them go, you know, all new clothes or better clothes than what they came in, you know, washed up and all looking happy because they're on that final journey. There was one little boy who came in and he'd been shot in his arm, stray bullet, and kind of punctuates what they're really running away from or trying to leave behind. I consider myself to be very patriotic. It's the land of the free.
I think that the world, you know, we will go down in history with how we respond to this phenomenon. You know, what has been our action, and have we actually welcomed and cared for the children that are here amongst us, or have we turned our backs on them? You know, and I think America is defining itself by saying we totally support. You know, a great part of America is saying we support and we care. Of course, there are others that are only seeing it as a legal issue, a political issue, and they're refusing to see and refusing to become involved, you know, and to respond in any positive way. So I think America is being defined by showing that there is a great part of America that is willing and wanting to respond to the care of those that need us, and bringing a big heart up front, that America does have a heart, you know, and it's being reflected here with what we're doing here.